What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay Renee, and we are back to talk about Summer House Season 7, Episode 8. Uh, don't give me the line about what it's called, but the correct title will be down here. But y'all, can I tell you something? Danielle, water your own grass before you worry about somebody else's. Let's just get into it, shall we?
Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, go on with it. Do us. So we are coming here with a force. Yeah. Blessings we are reap and we coursing on.
So, y'all, in this episode, what I really saw was a whole lot of Danielle complaining. And excuse how raggedy I look, y'all. I felt like total crap today. I need to do something to my damn head. So I had to throw Robin's hat that she finally had in stock at some point on my head. But we're going to get into it. Danielle really is bothering me this season. Like, I thought, because Lindsay is annoying, I thought that we were going to go into this season and really find out that their relationship broke down because Lindsay had to did something. I just knew she did something. But as we continue to watch episode after episode after episode, what I'm really gathering is that Danielle is jealous of Carl and Lindsay's relationship, because looking at her and old Robert, okay, it ain't going so well. Okay, Robert is robbing her of her emotions and her time because clearly he doesn't want to be in a relationship. He, you know what? I take that back. I think Robert really does love Danielle. I do. But I think that he loves his career more. And I think that Danielle went into this relationship knowing that, but she's not staying in it and adhering to that. Okay. But we're going to get into that when we get to her parts. But the episode starts off much of a continuation from last week, where all the ladies are still sitting around the dinner table and Danielle is basically hating on Lindsay. Now, here's what I want to understand. All of the ladies complained that Lindsay didn't go to Montauk. She's not hanging out and this, that, and the third. But last season, when Lindsay wanted to have a hot girl summer, all y'all had something to say. But now she's out with y'all without Carl. She's having a good time. She's trying to connect with y'all, and y'all still got something to say. It's like the girl is damned if she do and damned if she don't. And I'm really getting pissed off because they're making me defend this woman. And I notice she really is a trick most of the time. But she's been given more grace this season because everybody else is acting like a damn fool over her. I don't get it. Like, they are just so persistent and consistent in trying to hate Lindsay. And at this point, I got to give Homegirl some grace because it's just getting ridiculous. So Danielle continues on complaining about Lindsay and talking about how much of a bad friend she is and all this, that, and the third, and how she always have her back. And oh, cry me a river, dick face. I am so tired of Danielle complaining about Lindsay. Girl, get pick a different struggle. Like, you mad that the girl is in a seemingly healthy relationship? I would think that you would be the first one that would be happy for her. But you have been complaining and complaining since you found out that they were an item. You just mad because your relationship is trash. But again, we'll get into it when we get into it. So then Gabby has a conversation with Sierra. She asks, she says to Sierra, she feels like Sierra is a little guarded. So then Sierra responds. She says that she feels like Gabby is very surface level and arrogant. So she has a hard time getting to know her and relating to her, but she wants to get to know Gabby on a deeper level. Let me say, Sierra, you a hater. Period. Gabby ain't did nothing to you. What do you want her to tell you? Her social security number? How do you get to know somebody on a deeper level when you don't even talk to homegirl? Ever since she stepped on the scene with the gangster lean, all of y'all have had something negative to say about her. It all boils down to y'all are jealous because she's a trust fund baby and you're not. Gabby has done nothing but be nice to all of you peasants in the house. Y'all just mad because you can't you ain't got enough. You don't have what she has. And that shouldn't be the judging factor of you getting to know somebody. So what? She can make a call and get whatever she wants. So what? She got money in the bank. Who cares? Hang out with her more. Hell, use the advantages that homegirl has. I don't understand this behavior. Are you mad because you have to go and be a nurse and, work real hard? Which we appreciate you, Sierra. We really do, because we love our nurses. Okay. We love everybody in the medical field. So I'm not trying to badger you about that. But what you're not going to do is badger her because she has privilege. And I think that that's your real issue with her, Sierra. It's not that you feel like she is not, that Gabby is, I don't know. I don't even know what Sierra's real issue is with Gabby, besides the fact that she's rich and Sierra is not. Get to know her. Gabby seems real cool to me. I think y'all just hating on sis. So Gabby says in her confessional that, you know, losing her job and dealing with her past relationship that she lost, maybe it's created something in her where she just doesn't identify people's feelings and emotions about her, or whatever the case may be. But she's saying that she's not going to change herself. She's not going to shrink herself for anybody. And I thank you. Kudos to you, Gabby. Listen, Gabby, I like you. F the rest of them. Okay. I ain't on the show, sis, but listen, I don't see nothing wrong with how you acted. I don't see nothing wrong with your privileged life. Now, I do see something wrong with this whole Zodiac crap that you got going on, but that's just a whole nother scene. That's a side note. I think that you need to be you, and people just need to like you for who you are. And if people don't rock with you the right way because of who you are, then F them. F them. That's why. You don't need to be friends with them if they can't appreciate you for who you are. Because the minute that you got to start changing yourself just to be liked by the likes of these people that ain't even got what you got, then F them, sis. Sierra can take her weave and going on. Okay, ain't nobody got time for her and her foolishness. Now, I likes me some Sierra. I done told y'all that. But Sierra, I think you being a petty princess right now. You being petty Pressiana. You are being a Pressiana petty person. Let it go. Let it burn, like Usher says. Let it go. Get to know Gabby and stop playing around. So Sierra says, well, you should so then Danielle chimes into the conversation and says, well, I wish we have had a conversation like this at least 3 years ago, Sierra. And Sierra says, well, you should have had the conversation then, B. And I guess this B word, them calling each other's bitches and stuff, that's just like a thing that they're doing as a term of endearment amongst each other. But I just never got into that. But anyway, Danielle says she likes Sierra and she's sad that they wasted 3 years with all the back and forth and not really taking the time to get to know each other, because they really didn't have an actual beef. And Paige, says, well, don't you feel like it made you stronger though? Kind of making a joke towards Danielle, saying, doesn't she think that the little fight that her and Sierra had last season made them stronger? Paige, stay over there and take your spoon out of the pot, because you've been stirring it enough this season, sis. And don't think you're slick, because you're doing all this because you don't want to talk about your damn relationship and how you don't want to move on down to Charleston. You ain't trying to ease on down the road, and you're not trying to take it to the next level in this relationship. You think you're slick, and you think we don't know. We see you, sis. Okay, we see each other. All right. So moving on, they all laugh and they say, let's. And Danielle says, well, on that note, let's go to the bar. So the boys are at the house and they're taking things out of the girls' rooms that they're over there, Hayes and Chris, basically. And they're going to take stuff out of the girls' rooms that they're obviously going to be looking for. And then they tell Chris that his his last rite of passage to be in the house and a part of the crew is he got to kiss Sierra's feet as soon as he get to the club. I'm like, well, child, I hope Sierra took a damn shower today, honey, because the way her and Paige room be looking, I question that. Mm-hmm. But moving on. Lindsay and Carl talk briefly about how her night. Oh, the guys finally arrive. I forgot to say that. The guys arrive, and of course, Chris goes and does what he said he's going to do. He kisses Sierra's feet, child. They look moisturized at least. I hope they was clean. And so Lindsay and Carl are having a side conversation, and they talk briefly about, how her night went before, and he got there and she's pretty much ready to roll out because she didn't have a good conversation with Danielle, because this is the weekend that she's like, do I have a conversation with Danielle on, after all of this stuff or not, or do I wait till next time? I don't know. So in the next scene, everyone goes home, and Sam is standing with her dirty ass feet on the counter once again. I'm like, girl, why you can't dance on the floor? I don't know why she got to put her dirty ass feet on this counter. We got to eat on this counter. This is not Coyote Ugly, sis. Okay? You don't got to get your dirty ass up on this counter to show that you are a fun time. Get your damn feet off that counter, Sam. Stop it. I don't want to see it no more. Okay? Knock it off. Moving on. Okay? Sam doing her thing. Then Amanda and Paige and Danielle are talking. And Danielle is looking zoned out at one point in the kitchen. I don't know if she drunk or tripping, had a Xanax. I don't know what's going on with Danielle. But then she eventually migrates into the room with Amanda and Paige. And, they start to have a conversation. And Paige basically is gaslighting Danielle, saying, oh my gosh, you're finally starting to be yourself. I feel like, you've been living in Lindsay's shadow for so long. And, you're finally coming out. Paige, again, you got your spoon in the witch's brew. Girl, stop. Y'all have been trying to make Lindsay Hubbard the devil all season long. Now, mind you, she do a good job of doing that by her damn self. But this ain't worth it with this whole Danielle stuff. Y'all are just really gaslighting the hell out of this situation. And Danielle fell for a hook, line, and sinker because she's sitting on the bed crying a damn river, talking about, I just feel like I've always had her back. And, she doesn't have my back the way that I have her back. Danielle, what does she need to have your back for, sis? What's going on with you where Lindsay needed to have your back? I've seen you minding the business that don't pay you. That's what I've seen you doing. I've seen you minding her and Carl's relationship business. That's what I've seen you doing all season. I haven't really seen anything happen where Lindsay needed to defend you. Your relationship being trash don't have anything to do with Lindsay. What you want her to do? Go over there to your house and tell Robert, you better stop working so damn much because your girlfriend miss you. Put the damn steak knife down, cooking and stuff, the butcher's knife. Stop chopping and cooking up shit. Bring your ass home because your girlfriend missed you. Is that what you want Lindsay to do? I'm not picking up what you throwing down. I'm trying to help you out, but I don't really, it pains me that I have to defend Lindsay like this. What do you want sis to do, Danielle? I think that Danielle needs to address her problems. She's doing too much. She is definitely doing entirely too much. But, moving on, Danielle having a woe is me moment about how down she is for Lindsay. But, now Lindsay has a boyfriend and, she ain't down for her no more. And Amanda goes in the room and go tell Kyle Danielle is living in Lindsay's shadow. Amanda, take your ass to sleep. And Kyle, I'm sure your ass is drunk. Just lay the fuck down. All of y'all need to shut the hell up. I don't know why they so worried about damn Lindsay and Danielle. Like, it's really annoying. Let's get into the comments. My girl Jessica is in the building. Jessica says Danielle graded on me in every scene this episode and clearly on everyone else too. Yeah, it's team too much. Like, I'm really not understanding why she's so upset. Jessica says, I see what Sierra is saying, though. I haven't heard Gabby say anything thus far that isn't surface level. But that wouldn't be something I'd be mad about. Maybe Gabby hasn't felt comfortable yet to share. And I agree. maybe she's not to that level with them yet. This is her first season on the show. She's trying to get to know everybody. The only person that she knew in the house at this point was Paige. And I didn't really see Paige hanging out with her that much. I think Paige just met her one good damn time and thought, oh, she read my poem or some shit. She always doing all that Zodiac stuff. And, saying, hey, come to Summer House with me. She didn't really know Gabby like that. Because Paige was still in her room eating bonbons and Cheetos with her best buddy, Sierra, tearing up stuff. I hope they ain't got no damn mice in that house. The way, judging from the way Sierra and Paige damn room always look, child. But that's another note. Jessica says Danielle can just exit. Yeah, she's just being a nasty little thing this season. I don't know, understand her. Linda Gamble is in the building. What's up, Linda? How you bees? Thank you so much for joining me. Jessica says Sam can exit too. Yeah, her and her shoes on the damn counter, child. It's team too much. Jessica says Danielle was doing a weird baby voice tantrum too. Yeah, like, girl, grow up. Grow up. And she's so scared to have conversations with her boyfriend. I just don't get it. Linda says, I wonder how Summer House Martha Vineyard is going to be. Oh, we're going to find out because I'm going to review it. I saw that and I say, yes. I wish Gabby was on that show, though. I think they should have brought her over there because she's got the money to hang out with the peeps. So I would have loved to see her on there. Jessica Katrine says, Lindsay didn't even come in here on that type of time this season. She didn't. She really didn't. Like, she's coming in here babing it up. Like, her and Carl, babe, which is damn annoying. But, I'm going to let them have their little lover's corner. She wasn't messing with nobody this season. So I don't even know why they really, checking for her like that. Linda Gamble says Danielle is doing too much and jealous of Lindsay's relationship. She is. She absolutely is. Jessica says, I don't blame Robert. I need lots of breaks from Danielle, period. Because it's getting team annoying, okay? So moving on, everyone gets up and Gabby, Lindsay, and Sam go chat in the room. And Gabby asks Lindsay if she talked to Danielle. And Lindsay says no, because she doesn't know if she's ready to do that yet. Basically talking to once if they've had a conversation about what happened at the dinner table with basically Danielle trying to gaslight Lindsay all night and make her feel bad for God knows what. Like, she hasn't expressed exactly what it is that Lindsay is not doing for her. Like, if it's hanging out, talk about it. Get on each other's calendars. We all grown and got businesses and lives, and some people gonna end up having families at some point. Hell, Lindsay got a boyfriend. Lindsay is not single Lindsay anymore. And I think that Danielle is having a hard time identifying that. I also think Danielle still wanted Carl. That's what I think. And I think she's jealous that Lindsay and Carl actually are back together. I think she was the happy as a lemur when their relationship didn't work out the first time. Because honestly, I think Carl liked Danielle, but he wasn't ready for her. But then I guess once she got in the friend zone, he couldn't get her out. And I think that Lindsay was so supportive to him. And I think he was more attracted to Lindsay. I think it eventually started to fall in line for them. Okay. And Danielle just wasn't his cup of tea anymore. And I think that Danielle need to just let it go. So Gabby says it seems she is talking to Lindsay. And, she says it seems that Danielle questions the state of her and Lindsay's friendship. And Lindsay says she's happy to take responsibility for half of what's going on with her and Danielle. But she was like, Danielle could come into the city to hang out with her. Like, they can hang out. She can come and see her, and she's come to see her. So why can't she come see her? So Lindsay says she's never questioned Danielle when she quit her job to start her app and moved in with Robert after only 3 months. She was supportive to her. So she doesn't understand why she can't do the same for her. And Sam says, Danielle said, if you can't be hard on your best friends, then you shouldn't be best friends. First of all, I'm not hard on my best friend all the time. I'm here to uplift her. Now, if she out here doing some bullshiggity, I'm definitely going to give her correction where correction is needed. But to just be correcting somebody just because, that's not a sign of a great friend. That's a sign of a nagging ass. Okay. That's not somebody that's like, oh, she really loves me because she loves to get on my nerves. No. That's not the makings of a great friend. The makings of a great friend is somebody that mind their damn business and gives advice when asked. Okay? And Danielle, you just handing out advice for something ain't nobody asked you to put your nose in. That's what it seems like you like to do. Okay? Moving on. Sam says she feels like Danielle's behavior is very accusatory and she doesn't think anyone should have an opinion. If Lindsay wants to support Carl and if Lindsay wants to support Carl and his sobriety, so be it. And then she says if drinking, basically if they need alcohol to survive their friendship, then that's a problem. Meaning, if she getting so pissed off because Lindsay don't want to go out drinking with her and that's the foundation of their relationship, then that's a huge problem because that's crazy to me. You seem to just be mad at her because she not out getting tossed up with you. But again, y'all were just complaining about her getting tossed up, bringing random dudes home last season. But now you complaining that she not doing that no more. The girl is in a relationship. And everybody in this house is so insensitive and seems to forget that this man is an alcoholic. He is recovering. He is trying to change his life. And she's trying to be supportive of that. Foolish of them to not help her be supportive. What are y'all doing to be supportive? Honestly, because everywhere y'all go, y'all got alcohol all around this man. I'm glad that he has some type of self-control and knows how to keep his ass in the room so that he don't get tempted. And I keep saying to y'all in all these reviews, also with Lindsay, I don't think that it's good for her to be drinking and then kissing him. Because maybe she knows more of the depths of his, I guess, ability to restrain than more of us do. I'm sure she does because she lives with him. She's around him all the time. But I just think that nobody else is conscious of the fact that this man is a full-on alcoholic. And they don't think, nobody in the house seems to care. And everybody seems to be jumping down Lindsay's throat because she's trying to be supportive. And I think it's really messed up. I really do. And I think that Danielle is being very selfish and she's only thinking about herself. And if y'all was supposed to be the three amigos, right? You should know that this is tough for Carl. And you should be helping Lindsay to be supportive. Do you need a bottle, a wine glass, and taking it to the head that much? It's really sad to me. So in the next scene, Paige and Sierra are chatting about Lindsay finally being found out. I need them two to one, clean up their damn room, and two to just shut the hell up. Just shut up. I'm so sick and tired of them talking about damn Lindsay. Talk about something else. Sierra, get you a man, okay? Find some business. And damn, what's your name? Paige? Girl, lower your shoulders when you're talking to me. Because y'all notice Paige's shoulders, she looked like her posture is just off. She always posturing her damn self in somebody's business. I need her to just mind her business. Talk about yourself. Because you in everybody else's stuff and ain't addressing yours. Moving on. So everyone packs up to leave the house and the guys give the ladies back their missing items. Danielle leaves upset with Lindsay for the first, feeling like, this is the first time she's left the house where she feels like her and Lindsay aren't on the same page. Well, girl, turn the damn page to another chapter because you're doing too much. Lindsay on the right page. She's on the right path. You the one tripping. It ain't her. For once. So moving on, she over here feeling so damn sorry for herself, talking about Lindsay don't appreciate her, whatever. So Paige and Amanda are doing things for Kyle's birthday event, and Paige reveals Craig wants a closet space in her apartment. Paige, go on and break up with Craig. Just go on and do it, girl. Cause you want to be a hot girl forever. You want to, you don't want nobody in your space. You don't want to, you did the same stuff with the man that you was dealing with before. You ain't want to really go and hang out with him all the time. You want to be with somebody on your own terms. And that is just crazy to me. It really, really is. Like, relationships progress. And I feel like, listen, you can be in a relationship with somebody on your own terms for sure. But if y'all terms are not matching up or and not aligning, you need to go ahead and just wipe the slate clean. Move on. Because Craig obviously wants to be with you. He wants you to be with him all the time. He wants to be with you all the time. He obviously cares about you and he wants to go to the next level in the relationship. And you over here hesitant to give the man a space in the damn closet. I don't understand. So moving on, Danielle and Robert are cleaning out the fridge, and basically a lot of the stuff is expired. Clearly, Danielle has been filming for Summer House. She's been gone a lot. He always gone to either Aspen or Montauk because he's working a lot. Like both of them are working a lot, and it clearly is, they ain't got no time to be in this community home that they live in. Okay, so he's like seemingly upset about the stuff that he's throwing out. I mean, he didn't seem too pissed off, but she's just like picking and picking. Danielle is like, well, you seem very upset about the food expiring. He's like, I mean, well, this is my job. Like, I cook for a living. Like, this is my job to make sure that things are clean and fresh. And I'm like, girl, is this what you're going to argue with him about? It's like you trying to find stuff. It's like I feel like Danielle is doing things to try to get some emotion out of Robert, because I feel like she don't feel like she gets enough emotion out of him. So at this point, she's going to poke and prod to get anything, whether it's happiness, sadness, anger, whatever. She wants to feel like he has some type of emotion for her. And she's just crying out for any type of attention. And it's just really sad that you got to do all of that. So then she tries to ease into a conversation about them buying a house, which she really didn't want to talk about buying a house. She wanted to talk about marriage, because she was like, well, I know we're not rushing into marriage or anything, right? Like she was asking for validation. And, he's like, right. And she's like, but I would like to get a home. And she's like, he was like, well, I'll entertain the idea, but I'm just not really a person that's into looking into permanent things. And so she's like, right. So mortgage over marriage. Got it. Girl, are you jealous? I wonder if she knew at this point that Carl was going to propose to Lindsay. Like, are you feeling like, oh, we've been together for 3 years and they've only been together for a little bit of time, and she's already getting a ring, or feeling like she got to rush her relationship forward because Lindsay and Carl are doing well? You and Robert clearly got some issues going on. He seems to be happy with you, but you're not happy with him. You are extremely unhappy because you want to be around him all the time. But you was the same chick last season glorifying the fact that you're happy that he's gone all the time because you able to go and hang out with Lindsay. So now that Lindsay has somebody, now you want to have somebody around you all the damn time. Girl, it's too much. Pick a struggle. Either you want to be around a man all the time or you're not. And if I was a man, I'm so glad. Because if I was a man, I'd probably be single. Because you women, some of these women out here, y'all got too many damn emotions. Be direct. Say what you need to say. Tell this man that you don't like the distance between the two of y'all. Wherever you cook at, I want to be there. And Danielle, why can't you be wherever he is? The man got to go home at some point. You can run your business from anywhere, right? Be in the hotel with him when he get off work. Get you a little nookie here and there wherever you can. Spend some time with him. Make him breakfast in damn bed. Hell, do something. If you love him, if you know, that's being understanding of what he has going on. But that's also being willing to make sacrifices, knowing that this is what this man does. If you are not willing to do that, bye. Get on. Hit the road, Jack. And please don't come back no more. Because we don't want to hear about this no more. Okay, I'm over it. I'm over Danielle and her complaining. And Robert is just looking like, girl, what? You know what? Let me think up this new marinade I want to do for the chef special, because this bitch is dripping. Okay? She's doing too much. She's doing too much. Okay? Let's get into some of these comments. friends. I don't blame Robert. I need lots of breaks from Danielle. Absolutely. Lindsay is being more patient than I'd be. Danielle is giving very much sixth grade middle school best friend. Right. Like, you don't spend enough time with me anymore. I don't want to be your friend anymore. Or I'm mad at you. Girl, get a life. Girl, get a life. Jessica says, right. I don't see anyone else setting up sober days or sober activities. Right. And that would be so cool if they did that, because that would show him that his friends acknowledge that he's, number one, making strides to do better, and two, that they support him. It's like, help him continue to on the path of positivity. None of them seem to care. They just seem to be using Carl and Lindsay as their damn storyline, and it's just getting old. Jessica says, I'm mad at everyone on the show for making Lindsay the most likable girl this season. Girl, you and me both. Because I'm like, damn, I gotta say something nice about this. Like, cause she is, we know who she really is, though. Okay. And it can come out at any point. I'm just waiting. I could see the look of panic on Robert's face when she brought up marriage after all that nagging and picking. Child, he damn near turned into a strawberry. I was like, this man's face is turning red as hell right now. He like, oh Lord, please don't talk about the next level. Please no. I don't want to be in no relationship like that. Like we good like we are. You stay over there, I'm stay over here. Like, leave me alone now. Go away from me with this, okay? Go away from me with this. Linda Campbell says they don't need to drink every day. Right. Take a damn break. Like, seriously. So moving on, Maya and Sierra meet up, child. We got to deal with Maya and her chipmunk face. I can't stand her. I just, can't stand her. She irritates my spirit. Maya and Sierra meet up and they discuss Kyle's party and the country clothing theme or whatever. And they talk about Corey coming. And Sierra says she never hooked up with Corey, but is attracted to him, and maybe she should, because Maya asked, did you guys ever hook up? Did you guys ever, this, that, and the third? And I'm like, girl, where's Oliver? Oh yeah, he out cheating on you. That's what he was doing all summer. Moving on. So Danielle and this is where Danielle and Robert are cleaning up, child. We already talked about that. Everyone starts to arrive at the house and they discuss the room situations, which is really weird because the way they chopped this house up, everybody's sleeping quarters is just real weird. So Corey finally arrives and he's going to be in the room with Paige and Craig. Okay, that's a little weird. Well, I guess Paige and Craig ain't getting it on, but they ain't need to because they were so damn drunk when everybody came back. But that's in the next scene. So anyway, Sam sees Corey and she's like, oh, he's attractive. And he walks in all the rooms and greets everyone. Next scene, Sam and Lindsay are outside and she says she likes Corey and she thinks he's handsome. And she likes that, he at least laughs and he can take a joke or whatever. And Lindsay says she only saw him for 2 days in Vermont, but he seems like he has good vibes. So then Lindsay begins to talk to Sam and confide in her about the whole Danielle situation. She's like, I want to talk to her about what's going on, but I just really don't want to ruffle her feathers, but I do think that we need to have a conversation. And she says, Danielle supported her in all of her previous relationships, the bad ones, and they didn't turn out well, but she wants her friend to support her now that she's actually happy. Like, her and Carl are getting along. Everything is going well for them, and she's just confused as to why Danielle can't support her in the positive point in her life. Girl, it's because she's hating. She jealous. That's why. She wants your man, girl. I feel like Danielle want Carl. I think she feels like I don't know if she necessarily wants to be in a relationship with him right now, obviously because he's with her friend. But I think that she looks at Carl and looks at her relationship that she has now and she sees missed opportunity. And I think she's pissed that, Lindsay has it. Girl, go on a dating app, go on some dates and find somebody else. This is not Lindsay's problem. Okay? It's not Lindsay's problem that your relationship is not going well. So moving on, everyone goes to dinner for Kyle's pre-B-Day celebration, and Carl is complimenting Lindsay on her hair, and she compliments him too. And Danielle over there looking like with the stank face, like, I'm like, girl, eat your salad, drink your water, because you are very thirsty for attention right now, because you're doing too much. Why are you so zoned into what they talking about and what they're doing? They are a couple over here minding their business. You just mad because Robert ain't over here for you to yuck it up and chuckle it up with. Girl, and he probably wouldn't be talking to your boring dry ass anyway if he was there. Girl, I'm sick of Danielle. I'm sick and tired of her. Moving on. So Sam is flirting with Corey, and Sierra is over there in the corner hating too. Child is looking like Austin all over them again. Mind you, Corey look a little bit like Austin, but that's a side note. Child, Sierra, if you ain't learned nothing from what happened with you and Daggone Austin, speak up. I think Sierra knows that she's pretty, and she thinks that all the her milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Like, she thinks that she is so hot that all the men should just come to her. Girl, you have got to go out and get what you want. Let me tell y'all something. My husband, I went to him, I set it up, and look where we are, almost 10 years in. You have of marriage. You got, women, you got to speak up for your damn self. Everybody, ain't no flare of the hip or the bat of an eyelash nowadays that's going to make somebody come over to you right away. Sometimes men are truly oblivious and they don't really see that you what you giving out. If you see something, say something. And Sierra has so many missed opportunities because she don't say nothing. So now I can already see how this gonna go. She gonna be mad because Sam gonna shoot her shot. Sam is the one thing I say about Sam. Sam sees what she wants. She's like, if I want you and I like you, I'm gonna get you. Okay. Period. And she gonna stand on the counter while she doing it. All right, moving on. So then Amanda asked everyone to go around the table and say something nice about Kyle. Okay. Carl says Kyle got a 5-inch dick. Kyle says no, 6 inches. Okay. Kyle, your sweatpants say that is a lie. Danielle says he's the best house dad, and Chris basically calls him old. Okay. Chris asked Craig about his long distance relationship with Paige because he pretty much like, child, I couldn't do it. And Craig is like, why you asking? You got something going on with Paige? And he was like, no, 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 no. I'm just saying because you guys do long distance, and that's not really my thing, but I just wonder how you guys make it work. So Craig goes on this tangent about, yeah, well, Paige hasn't been in Charleston for 3 months, but we see each other 5 days a week, and I just love, being around her. But she hasn't been to Charleston for 2 months though. And I really just want her around more, so we're a year in now, but we don't really know where. Craig, you said too much. Okay. Craig, shut up. Have a conversation with Paige. You ready to go to the next level. You ready for somebody to move. Okay. And you don't want it to be you. You want her to bring her tail down to Charleston. You so used to women just flocking behind you and doing whatever you want because now you got a little bit of coin. Okay. Boy, go on back down there with Naomi. Okay. Because that's what's going to end up happening. That's exactly what's going to end up happening because Paige is young and still out here thoughting about. She ain't trying to, and mind you, I don't understand why Paige can't move to Charleston because she ain't doing in New York. She talking about something. Well, I really don't like going down there because Uber Eats stops at 10 o'clock. Well, bitch, cook a meal. Okay. Eat some strawberries. Go get some produce. Eat a veggie. Okay. Do something. Put some groceries in the refrigerator. You talking about painting people bathrooms. Get some damn groceries in the house and cook. Some damn Uber Eats. Girl, bye. Boo and bye, Paige. Moving on. So Corey talks about Jess from the Winter House because somebody asked if he's still talking to Jess. And he says, yeah, we're so cool or whatever. I went out there to California for 3 days, but he basically called homegirl dry because she ain't want to go no damn way. And he wanted to hang out because he's like, listen, this is fucking, this is California. Like, I want to hang out. And she wanted to be a grandma. Maybe she just wanted to stay in the house and screw all day. Who knows? He is a handsome guy, but he wanted to go out and see what's out here, out in these streets. But he was like, yeah, we still cool or whatever, but I'm very much so single. So Sierra went from Scruff McGruff face to like, oh, so now I can flirt, or maybe I can entice him enough to come and talk to me. No, girl, you over here smiling but ain't saying nothing. Now Sam, on the other hand, she gonna shoot her shot. Okay, mark my words. So moving on, everyone goes back to the house and gets in the bed. Kyle is in his birthday suit, child, because he naked on the damn camera. I'm like, oh, okay, he trying to get him some birthday booty. Okay, and Paige is drunk in the bed. She sleep 1 minute, then the next minute she yelling at Craig, telling him to get in the bed with Corey. I'm like, girl, what the hell? Moving on. In the last scene, everyone gets up and gets ready for the party. Everyone starts, getting all the damn Amazon boxes out, child, and setting up decorations. And Carl and Kyle are talking about how it was hard for Kyle to really accept him and Lindsay's relationship in the beginning. Like Kyle talks about how he was really shocked, and he got really emotional apparently about it. I'm like, why are y'all getting so emotional over this relationship? This is not the first time they got together. People keep on forgetting about the brief stint of Lindsay thought it was a relationship, but it really wasn't. Okay. Carl thought, he basically admitted, he said, yeah, the first time we tried it out, you know, I didn't realize Lindsay was so serious. I thought we were just going to have some fun or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, Carl, you her best friend. You had to know how this girl is. So, but he said he admits he wasn't ready the first time. This time around, he is. And, all that good jazz. And Kyle basically was like, you know what? I'm happy for you guys. Like, I think and I'm really happy for you guys. And Carl says, you know what? I'm so glad to hear you say that, because I'm going to ask her to marry me at the end of the summer. Then Kyle immediately is like, oh, I done acted like I really like this relationship. I really don't. I done lied. And look at him. Now he gonna propose. So then they played the trailer for the mid-season. So, child, I don't know why this relationship vexes everybody so much. Let me get back into the comments. Lindsay is being more patient than Abby. Danielle is giving very much. Oh, okay, I think child, I done went back too daggone far. I done went back too far. Jessica says, not the line from Phaedra. I got to take it back sometimes. You got to get out the back pocket some of the reads. Okay, Danielle thrives in struggle and shared negativity, it seems like. Yeah, she's just like very much a fun sucker. That's what she is. Carl does seem like a stellar man. Kyle looks the best he has since he's been on the show. And Sam's thirst level is through the roof. Sierra is way too good for Corey or Austin. Well, I mean, she need to try to get with somebody, because she looked over here looking real lonely all the time. And she don't have no game. She really don't. She rejected Chris, which I understand why, because Chris is corny. I don't even know why Chris is here. But shoot your shot. Corey may be a cool dude. Maybe he just hasn't found somebody that, he wants to settle down with. But he strikes me as more level-headed than Austin for some reason. I don't know. Don't know why. Linda, and maybe it's because he's from Baltimore. Linda Gamble says, I don't need to see Austin or Craig. Both of them don't know how to treat women. I don't know. I think Craig knows how. I think Craig just got a lot of damn mouth. Like, he always ends up in the business. Like, he's just messy. But I think he knows how to treat a woman, especially now that he got a little coin. Jessica says, Chris shouldn't joke. I thought he was the same age as Kyle. Yeah, I thought so too. He just as corny. You ain't got to lie, Craig. If you know, you know. Yeah. And I know you know, my sis. I know you know. Linda Gamble says Craig still wants Naomi. Yeah, he might need to go on back to her, because it ain't looking like it's going to work out too well with Paige. Now, Shay, you have to know that even the men are emotional these days. This is true. We are learning that episode by episode on here. Now, y'all, I want to introduce a new segment where I am going to show some tweets from Twitter, and we'll talk about them briefly. So here are some that I saw for this show. Amanda saying that Danielle is living in Lindsay's spotlight is laughable. Amanda is the most shadowed person. Living behind Kyle and Craig's shadow. I only know she's around because she's always complaining about something. Now, this, when you're right, you're right. Okay? When you're right, you're right. Okay? Because she always just, yeah, you're right with Paige and going back and reporting the news to Kyle. Like, it's, girl, pick an emotion on your own. Danielle has never gotten over Carl not wanting to date her. She threw a fit when Carl and Lindsay first dated and celebrated when it didn't work out. Oh, wow. I ain't see that. She had a boyfriend when she offered Carl a handy to help him calm down and wonders why she can't keep a guy. Ooh, child, not offering handies. We ain't doing it. Danielle, you a little freak. Mm. Sad. But I do agree. I do think that Danielle, like I said earlier, I feel like she had feelings for Carl rather. But and I think she has feelings for what could have been with Carl, not necessarily him in the current present state, but I think she has feelings for what could have happened with them. And girl, it's over. Let it go. Robert is not Carl. Love Lindsay. The three mean girls are just immature. They are so annoying. Amanda is just a whiner that when doesn't get what she wants, gets mad. Paige thinks she's all that, but once your influencing days are over, then what? And lastly, Sierra, she is an embarrassment to all nurses. Now, child, I ain't see that part. I don't know about no daggone embarrassment to all nurses now. That's a bit too much. I think all nurses should get all the kudos because that is a hard career. It definitely is. We're gonna skip it because I can't see it. Last summer they were all saying she was partying too much. Right. Like I was just like, I just said last summer, she was having a hot girl summer. Everybody had something to say. But now they coming down on sis because she ain't party enough apparently to them. True, it's no one's business but Lindsay and Carl's. Will it last? Who knows? But Danielle is always vocal about everyone's relationship but her own. Period. Gabby saying that Danielle will have the most to answer for at the reunion is making more and more sense. What? What she got to answer to at the reunion, Gabby? Ciao. Danielle lacks self-awareness and is being taken advantage of by the mean girls. Paige, child, I can't see. Paige admitted it's good. Hold on, let me come off the camera, y'all, so I can read it. Paige admitted it's good for Danielle to go at Lindsay. So Lindsay is seen as the problem. However, Lindsay gets crucified by them no matter what she does. Shame Danielle is betraying her. Yes, she talks about communication, but doesn't communicate with Lindsay properly. Child. Mm-mm-mm. Listen, this friendship is breaking down because people are not communicating effectively. I feel like Danielle is expecting somebody to just do whatever, you like know how she thinks and feels. And it's absolutely ridiculous. Open your mouth and have a conversation with your friend. And that's all I got, y'all. That's all I got on that. Not taking advantage of Danielle is top tier annoying without an influence. Right. Exactly. Period. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that is watching Summer House with us too. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.
Man.